Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain about custom controls in Pega. Okay, so first we will see the controls in Pega. Next I want to create a one custom control. Okay, so as usually this is my SBA application and this is my case. Okay, so let's run the case. So this is my case. The case contains a section loan initiation. This section contains a stage. The stage contains a one process. Process contains an assignment. Assignment contains a flow action. Flow action contains a section. So section is the place where we can capture or we can display the data for the end user. Okay, now inside the section everything is the content will be structured, the content will be presented in the layout, the content will be organized. One more thing, the content will be organized in the form of layouts. So generally nowadays, right, even if you go, there is a one real estate company, they are saying, sir, we have a one layout. What is meant by that? What is this layout and what is that layout? Both are same. Layout is nothing but a structure. Inside the layout, I mean layout in the sense it's organized data or content, presentation or representation or display. I mean, okay, so inside this layout, this is nothing but entire content. This is nothing but entire content. So in terms of technology, layout contains a controls. Layout contains a controls. The first name, this is nothing but a one control, and this is nothing but a one control, and this is nothing but etc. All these are nothing but a controls. So how we can include these controls in the section, there is an option, different types of options, pickers, actions and data display, etc. See, this is the structural, this is not a control, this is not a control, this is the structural, means it's a layout. The remaining all are controls. So we have a data capture and we have a pickers, we have a actions, I mean so click on actions if you want to perform, or if you want just a data display. So all these are nothing but a controls in Pega. Always controls are present inside the layout. Always controls are present inside the layout. You cannot place a control probably without a layout. It must be inside the layout. Okay, so basically that responsiveness behavior can be achieved by using this dynamic layouts in Pega. Responsiveness behavior can be achieved by using these dynamic layouts. Okay, next thing is, now what is meant by control here? What is this? Just this, click on this settings. See, text input. Here, what is meant by the text input? Actually, just people are thinking about, okay, if you want, I need a text input, just a drag and drop. Okay, that is a drag and drop is agree. But what is the drag and drop? What is this text input? The text input is nothing but a control. Okay, so now this is the control. How many types of controls we have? Just click on change. These many types of controls which are regularly used, data capture, pickers, action, data display. Why? Because the same are present here as well, data captures, pickers, action and data display. Now anytime did you open this control, okay, just open this control. What is a text input control? See this one, there is a rule name, call it as a px text input. There is a rule name, call it as a px text input. What is the rule type? Control. Okay, this is the rule name and this rule set version, Pega gadgets. Okay, now etc 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 px gadgets, sorry, px text input, Pega gadgets rule set version. See, control mode, editable, read only, UI element, etc. Size, style, etc. This is the control properties. Control properties are nothing but attributes, right? Control is nothing but a one element in html. Control is nothing but a one element in the html. See, in the html, we used to write input to type equal to text, name equal to lub id equal to lub size equal to lub and style equal to lub on click equal to lub, etc. This is nothing but a one HTML input element. Pega intention is hiding all these things. Why should I introduce HTML concept here? Why should I introduce a JavaScript concept here? So everything is Pega is hiding. Pega is introducing their own terminology. This is nothing but a control. This is control contains, etc. But ultimately, if you see HTML tab, this is, remember, this auto generated. This is auto generated and category is a data capture, and this is the image control image property type. For what property type it is? This control is for all property types. This is for all property types. And okay, that's why if the control is like this, now what I am going to do, I'm making some changes in this control. This is auto generated. I'll come to my own controls. See, this is a control, right? What I'm going to do, continue with so if anybody in Pega wants to use this text input control, the text box size should be always 200 pixels, then width is always 340 pixels. Save, that's it. Now it can be applicable for all. Click on go. See, text box size is 340. Now what I'll do, one thing, 140 after some time. Refresh. See this one. Now wherever you go, even not only this case, if you open any other cases also, so if you change it at the control level, it will be reflected to entire applications. Why? Because I have modified here px text input. Because some people will override that style. Some people will override that style in their application section. I'll show you that as well. See, the size is like this only. But what I can do is, go to your section loan detail submission. This is the text input, right? Go to the presentation here, specify size, right? What I am doing, specify size 570 pixels. Click on submit, save, save, and just refresh. That is applicable only to that field. It's not applicable for entire all the sections, sorry, all the input fields. See, okay, so you can make any changes, similarly you can create your own controls also. I can create my own control. What I am going to do, go to the records. This is one H text input control. See this one, control mode is editable, read only actions, etc. That's why you are able to see all these. You are able to see all these options here. You are able to see all these options here: read only, when rule, editable, etc. Because all these modes are present here: editable, read only actions, etc. Basics: UI element, text input, value, property value, specify size, minimum characters, maximum characters, placeholders, and tooltip. All these options will come here. So placeholders, tooltip, placeholders, visibility, default value, etc. Text alignment left, type, etc. Love, etc. Okay, so all these are the this control. options. Based on your design, based on your selection, the HTML code will be automatically generated. The HTML code will be automatically generated. Now what I want to do, no, don't generate HTML code automatically. I can create my own control throughout this application. I can create my own control. Input type equal to text. I am writing my own HTML control. uh, Input id equal to or name equal to text box, etc. I can write style equal to color colon green, and size equal to 400, and that's it. Now save. Now it's not auto generated. Now refresh. See, I'm just showing for one control. You can apply, you can understand for all the other controls as well. You can understand all other controls as well. First name, right? What happened? Hmm. Loan detail submission, I had overwritten 570. Okay. But this PX text input, save. Where is the discard option? Okay. Uh, Loan details, car loan case, just run, save and run, because user interface is very very important in the real time. Mm, why it is not taking? Mm, px text input I have modified right here. Why it is not taking? It is auto generated. See, this control is not auto generated. This is HTML control. Okay, due to some reasons, maybe again I have to check in or etc. By default, all these you can take different types of controls, and even go to the records. Go to the records, user interface, control. See, all these are controls. All these are controls. These many types of controls, even auto complete, blah blah blah. So there are a lot of controls. Color picker. See, for example, in your loan detail submission, here change. If you want, you can change. You can use the color picker. Uh, where is the color picker? There is no color picker. Then what you have to do? Uh, Color picker. This is control. If you want, you can open the color picker control. See, this control is not auto generated. That means there is no option. So they have written a lot of Java code or HTML code or JSP code. Just open this one. See this one. Okay. Now what I am doing is, okay, loan detail submission. Click on submit. Save. Save. Just refresh here. Click on go. Color picker. Now save. Like this. Current color, this one, right? New color. Save. That means, I mean, like this, there are a lot of such a controls are present in Pega. So even this is not only for this controls, you can use this, can apply for a lot of other controls. See, it will reduces the lot of your logic. It will reduces the lot of your logic and reusability. And the main intention is it can be useful. It can be useful in the, I mean, like these sections in the presentation layer. All these controls are mainly useful in the presentation layer. For example, my requirement is the whatever the name entered by the user, I want to convert that name into the uppercase and show it in a red color. And I want to show it in a red color. What people will do, try to understand my requirement. For example, I am entering Suresh name here. When I click on submit in the review screen, I want to show it this as a uppercase and show it in a red color. Sir, that is very simple. When you click on submit, there is a post processing. In that post processing activity, you can convert this Suresh value to the uppercase. We have a string string library in Pega. You can convert into the uppercase. Then first name property becomes a this property value, last name property value becomes an uppercase. Okay, that is another option. Again, in the I'll show you. Again, in the next loan review here, you can display it as usually, right? You can display it as usually. Okay. Last name, you can display it as usually. We'll see that one. Check out. Save. Now just run the car loan case. Just run the car loan case. Now your requirement is whatever the value entered by user, you can convert it into uppercase. Now how do you convert into uppercase? Post processing. Post processing. Or after you enter the data, you just refresh this section, then the value immediately converted into uppercase. Even for that also you need to write a one data transform, or you need to write a one activity. You got it? You need to write a one data transform, or you need to write a one activity to convert this into uppercase. Let me show you. So what is my post processing activity? Or where the moment there is a one event, call it as on change, you can refresh this section. On refresh this section also, you need to write a one data transformer activity. Writing the data transformer activity is mandatory to convert into the uppercase, because where we want to use the uppercase function. Or you need to write some JavaScript code also to convert it into uppercase. Fine. But if I want to implement it same thing across my application, if I want to implement same thing across my application, wherever the first name field should be converted into uppercase. Now tell me, in all the sections of my application, I want to show this first name field should be an uppercase. So that means every time in every flow action or every assignment, I want to write this post processing activity there. I want to call this data transform and implement it. I have another alternative solution. I have another alternative solution. See, I'm going to achieve this by using my custom controls. I'm going to achieve this by using my custom control. Let's see how I am going to implement it. Click on create. Don't blindly go with always known scenarios. I mean to say, for every problem, there should be a correct solution. We have to catch that correct solution. For every problem, there would be a correct solution. We have to catch it. We can achieve that with different ways. Now I want to go to Hyderabad to Vijayawada, 10 ways, so many ways. I want to go to Tirupati, from Tirupati to Ongole to Vijayawada. This is one way. I want to go, directly from Narketpalli to Vijayawada. That is another way. See, there are multiple ways, but I want to the right way, correct way, efficient way, optimized way. I want to identify that one. Similarly, even for every requirement, there would be a standardized best practice solution. You have to implement that one. Then on that, they can understand you are the efficient developer. You are the efficient developer. Or else, for every time you are writing data transformer activity is not a solution. So I am coming up with another requirement is now convert to uppercase control. Convert to uppercase control. I am creating my own control. Click on create and open. See, it is asking now my requirement is I don't want to display as a HTML control, because it's not like a graphical user interface control. just converting one text value into the uppercase. That's it. Converting a text value into the uppercase. For this, what is the purpose of all this? Not required, right? I don't want to display as a text box. I want to display it as a label. Then what I am going to do? Okay, go to HTML. This is not auto generated. This is not auto generated. I will write my own code. I will write my own code. So time being, already I have a one code. I have a one code already. Now I am writing this code. So at least try to understand. Tools dot get active. Tools dot get active. That means always it will give the current property page. Always it will give the current property page. I will explain later also. Uh, Always you have to use this one, tools dot get active, which will give the current property page. From this property page, you want to get that value, you can use this one. Then after that, I want to use the two uppercase. First I will show you, then later I will explain. Okay, now in my loans review section, this is my review section, right? In this section only I want to display it as an uppercase. Now here it is not like integer blah blah blah. I want to display it as a upper, convert to uppercase control. This is my own control. Property last name. That means always this control will take this property value. Always this control will take this property value. Submit. Why? Because here in the convert to upper, tools dot get active property page dot get string value means the value which was present in the clipboard, that will take it. Save. Now run. Now run again car loan. Save and run. I am entering. Just click on submit. I did not created any post processing activity. Now see this one, Suresh Tumati. I did not created any data transform. I did not created any activity. I did not created any refresh the section, where refresh the section is converting into uppercase. I did not created any JavaScript, but I have achieved this through the custom control. I created my own control. Now everywhere in your application you can use this inside the layout, sorry, inside the sections, to display it as a graphical user interface. So now here also I can display it as a more like I can keep it as in the div. You can write it as a color equal to orange, entire this division. Then inside this division you can present it as, and you can apply a lot of logic. If property dot get string value, if okay, this one, right? This, just let me show it. After that I'll explain. Save, just refresh. See, normally you cannot achieve this one using an activity. In activity again you have to write HTML code, string plus dynamic value plus writing HTML code. That is not correct. Always, always. Okay, so see this one, using a custom control, how I was implemented. It's completely loosely coupled. You can use it everywhere. Now here also I want to implement some logic. This is completely a JSP code. Remember this, this is completely a JSP code structure. Everyone is telling no technical background is required. Agree. But up to some extent that statement can be true. But after that, at least some technical knowledge would be required to work on something. Some complex requirements. Okay, now here what is this? What I'm going to do? Property dot get string value. Now property page dot get string value, string last name value. Here again I am writing if last name value equal to empty, then I mean not equal to empty. I can check like this also. If last name value not equal to empty, then only I will perform, okay, this one, else. So this is nothing but a scriptlets in Java, scriptlets in JSP. This is nothing but a, okay. So you need to write some logic. So Java logic, JSP logic plus your HTML control, everything you can mix up here. So else, what I can do is div style colon color colon green span, sorry, last name value is empty. If you want to, if you want to display same thing using an activity or data transform, is it possible? You will get an error now because I missed to add that curly braces. So that's why I try to understand which is the correct solution, which is the best solution. What happened? Property value, okay, semicolon, Java code, each and every statement end with a semicolon. Save. That's it. String cannot be string last name value. String cannot be resolved to a type. Okay. Okay. See this one. This is invalid type. strng. There is no such a type. That's why string cannot be resolved as a type. I am not able to understand what is this type. Java compiler is not able to understand. Now simply just refresh. So in such a scenarios, using a custom control, your problem will be resolved very easily. Okay, something wrong. Okay, what if last name value not equal to empty? Then here this is closed. Okay, we have to close it here. Sorry. If last name value equal to empty, we want to display this one. Else, else we want to display if last name value equal to this one, else. Now let me run the car loan case once again. So here I don't want to enter a last name value. Then just click on submit. See, sorry, last name value is empty. To achieve this, usually how much write? I mean, how to write? How much time will it take to write a logic normally? Again, you have to write. You have to depends upon the data transformer activity. So see, I need a dependency with HTML versus a Java logic. I mean, not a Java logic or activity logic or a data transform logic, etc. I need a dependency. That means both is required in a single logic. So I can easily achieve by using this custom control. Now everywhere, if the client is asking, okay, if the first name value, last name value is empty, then you have to display this message. You can write a single control. You can use it in everywhere. So tools.getActive always represent the property. property, and this property page dot get string value is always returns last name value. So that's why I have given here convert to uppercase control. The property name is my last name value. Here I want to display last name value. So on which property you want to apply this control, that is very very important. On which property you want to apply this control, that is a very very important. Dot last name. Okay, that is very very important. Now if last name value is equal to empty, which is in the clipboard is empty, then sorry, not equal to empty, then you can display this one. What I am doing, cross scripting filter. This is a one Java function which is available in the string utils class. String utils class is available in Pega. I'll show you that one as well. This string value, that means a cross scripting filter, any junk characters. Then there is a one function called it as a two uppercase. This function is accepting two parameters. One is a string value, another one is local a. That means you want to display it in a Japanese language, Chinese language, etc. Not required for me. That's why I kept it as a null. So it will take it as a default local a. Our default local a is English. That is how you configured. Else you want to display like this. So now just type it, string utils Pega class. String utils Pega class. I already explained in my previous video. There is a API called it as a Pega API. So engine API, in the engine API, was try to understand the concepts. Don't worry about the page list functions. Don't worry about the OOTP functions. Everywhere you can find it out, but the concept is very very important. So here pub in this Pega rules package, say where is that class as string utils class. There must be a string utils class. Here string format, connect, context. Okay, in which package somewhere this class must be present. I will just search for that class. String utils class in Pega. String utils class in Pega. Okay, Pega rules. See this one, Java Engine version 7.4.0. Pega rules Java Engine 7.1.0. Java Engine. Java Engine is nothing but this Pega engine. So in which package? Let's just check it. What is the package name? com.pega.pega rules.pega pub.util.string utils. Uh, See this in pub.utils. Okay, here pub, inside this there is a one more see this one, this is the string utils class. This string utils class contains so many functions. If you want you can search for cross scripting filter. Similarly to uppercase as well, to uppercase etc. But where is this function, where is this class is available? The string utils class is available in the Java Engine API, which is nothing but a Pega Engine API. com.pega.pega rules.pub.util. Now open com.pega rules.pega pub.util. Where is that util? Yes, here. So there is a string utils class. Where is that? Sorry, this is interfaces. Where is the classes? string utils class. So you can directly refer the Java classes here. That means those Java classes are present in the Pega engine API. Pega engine API. That's why I'm asking you to go through my previous video. Very, very important video, that one. Okay, so you can achieve this by using a simple custom control. Here you can write whatever the logic you want. You can write whatever the logic you want. Just let's explain. For example, I want to display my work status. So here in the loan detail submission, loan detail submission, there is a one more control, work status. Work status. This is also a custom control. Now here just refresh. Last name, it doesn't have any value. Why? Open the work status control. Open the work status control and see the logic what they have implemented. This is the work item status. This is not a HTML control. And this is all auto generated control. See this one. They have written this much logic. They have written this much logic. See, that's why you can explore some custom controls. You there in real time, there must be a requirement. Sometimes you need to write a logic using the custom controls so that your implement, I mean, it's a very, very simple implementation. So people are looking for in a different directions. How can we achieve that? We are missing. Okay, there is no other option. We have to write an activity. We have to write a data transform, blah blah blah. Not required all the time. Okay, now I'm going to create my own custom control. See this one again. Change my text box. Already explained, right? Similarly, you can create your own controls. You can your own controls. Either those are HTML controls or with custom controls. Custom controls in the sense you can write some logic inside that, and you can based on that logic you can display the interface like that, graphical user interface like that. See, just open the controls. Here there are a lot of controls. PY work attachment icon, PX file upload, help button. There are a lot of controls. Even for example, display yes or no, display tag, work status, auto complete, image picker to pick an image, assignment owner. See the assignment owner. Who is the, let us suppose your client is asking, I want to display one assignment owner in this field. What people are worrying about? Okay, people are looking for how can we implement it. There is an option, there is a custom control, py assignment owner directly. So that means I'm summarizing in the real time, especially in the graphical user interface screens, I mean in the sections. If you want to write some logic, if you want to write some logic in the user interfaces screens, especially the sections, you can use this custom controls. You can use this custom controls. See this one. They want to display assignment owner. So first tools dot active present property, a present property not equal to etc. Class name starts with owner and class name starts with work basket, or class name starts with history. Finally they are displaying like this. So based on some logic, if they want to display something in the graphical user interface, custom control would be the very best option. Okay, I hope you understand this video, the purpose of custom controls in the real time. Thank you.